Right, we're on. This morning we're talking about what's that? Microphone is on. We're talking about club face alignment this morning, and how hard is that? When I coach, I see a lot of people on flight scope up here somewhere. I see a lot of people with their path, really good, consistent path, but face closed, open, left, right. Let's get club face square. Let's find a way and be able to apply a force to the golf swing, or force to the back of the golf club that's going to keep that face square to target. That's going to involve pressure point number 3. Let's not do this indoors though. It's far too nice a day to be stuck in here. Let's get outside. Right, pressure point number 3. Pressure point number 3 is where the club makes contact with the index finger of the right hand. It's right about there somewhere. Somewhere. So we want to apply pressure onto the back of the golf club at impact. So when we're applying pressure onto the back of the golf club, there has to be a few pressure points in the hands that apply that force to the aft of the club. This is going to improve striking. It'll also improve path if you understand it better. There's 4 pressure points in the golf swing. We're going to talk about 3 of them. So the main pressure point we're going to talk about today is pressure point number 3, which is where the index finger makes contact with the right hand side of the grip, or the aft of the golf club. So when we take our grip, our right index finger's in here, and where that meets the back of the golf club, that is pressure point number 3. We need to find a way to make sure we get our hand onto pressure point number 3 correctly though. So I take my club, and if I hook my right finger, let's do it this way, if I hook my right finger round the top of the shaft, just in that little nick there, just in here where it bends, right there, that's pressure point number 3. So I take my grip with my left hand, hook it on, pull down, and it gets thicker over the grip, and then I take my grip, and where that makes contact with the aft of the club, that is pressure point number 3. That's where a lot of power is going to come from. So as we're hitting the golf ball, that pressure point is going to be exactly on the back of the golf shaft. A little bit more to it than that though. Okay, so I now find my pressure point number 3, where my left hand is on the club. That's going to make an influence as well. So when I look at my left hand on the club, when I grip my club, and I look down, I can make sure, we talk about knuckles in golf, you can see 1, 2, 3 knuckles, whatever it is, I'm not bothered about that. As long as you can see half of your left hand. So as you look down, you see half of the left hand, which puts the left thumb on the right hand side of the grip. You all know that. So thumb's on the right hand side of the grip. Then we take, so I can see half the left hand, thumb's on the right hand side of the grip, or between top and the aft of the shaft. So between 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, so it's about 1:30 if we're talking 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. That's in position. I then hook myself round, come down, and I'm in a good grip. I'm in a good position there. So now, pressure point number 3, where the right finger makes contact with the club, is on the aft of the club. Where my right hand touches my left thumb, that pressure point there, so you can see I can apply pressure with my right hand on my left thumb. That is in line. That is on the aft of the club, or slightly above the club, because your thumb's on top, not behind. And these 3 fingers here are a little bit on top as well. Not exactly on the aft, but that's our 3 pressure points we're working with. So this is pressure point number 3, it's pressure point number 1, pressure point number 2. Got it? I think that's the numbers. Left hand's on. I can see half my hand, pulling it down into position there. Good. So I'm happy. Henrik Stenson every time. Henrik Stenson's working on this. Watch him. There. Okay, good. So having said that, these 3 pressure points now need to be behind the club at impact. They must be on the aft at impact, but we've not set them up exactly on the aft. So this left thumb, where the pressure's been applied onto the left thumb, that's not on the back of the club, it's slightly on top. The pressure point number 3, this position here, is not exactly on the aft, it's a little bit on the top as well. And these 3 fingers, they are on the aft. Well done. So they're on the back of the club. How do we get them into the aft of the club at impact? Impact's 3-dimensional, so it goes forwards, downwards and outwards. So if we're swinging to the right, at impact we're swinging to the right of the target. The club's not travelling towards the target impact. That's the key. So the club's not travelling to the target at impact, it's actually travelling out to the right at impact and going downwards. So if I take my left wrist position, so I take my left hand position on the club, we can see there's an angle between left arm and club shaft. So that's not the position I'm going to be at impact though, because I'm going to be here. So once I get to here, all of a sudden this thumb goes onto the aft of the club because it's travelling downwards and out to the right. Pressure point number 3 is on the aft of the club because it's travelling downwards and out to the right, as is pressure point number 2, down and to the right. I've just added this bit in to try and put the story across a little bit better. So the club's going down and out away from the target, so it's going to the right of the target. So the hands are going down and out to the right. So in relation to the direction the club's going, the hands are on the back of the golf club, not in relation to the target. That's important. In relation to the direction of the club, not in relation to the target. That's the direction the hands are going, on the back of the golf club. Yeah. Say something. Hey! That was Craig Howie. Of all the golfers in the world, he's number 1020th in the world ranking. Think of all these people walking about the planet and he's 1020th. That's cool. So this box is my golf club, okay? And the club is travelling to the right of the target and going downwards. So if it's going to the right of the target, if this is the front of the golf club or front of the box, and I'm applying pressure with pressure point number 3, number 1, number 2, then I'll be applying pressure out in that angle, that direction, sorry. Because that's the front, this then becomes the back of the golf club, or the box. Now if I'm going down the way, which I'm going to be at impact because it's 3-dimensional, all of a sudden the front of the golf club or the box becomes this piece, and this becomes the back. So I'm applying pressure on that section to go downwards, that section to go forwards, or out to the right. So now if you combine the two together, taking your grip with your thumb on the left, the grip, or at that 130 position that we talked about, pressure point on top and pressure point number 3 in place as well. As we come down and round, the club is now going, or the box is now going downwards and outwards. So those two forces applied together is creating the position where my hands and my pressure points are on the back of that golf club, going down and out together. That's how the pressure points are working. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible. Let's go back on the golf course. So that's key to what's going on. So we're travelling downwards and out to the right. That is what's putting these 3 pressure points on the back of the golf club through impact. Wow. Really good, so there's a lot of force being applied to the back of the ball. Now if I get this input, these 3 pressure points on top of the club, club face closed, under the club face open. If I can get the club travelling out to the right of the target and downwards, I'm going to be applying these forces to the back of the club through impact. The result of that is a straight flight. I could do this all day now. See if I don't do this in my next vlog. Comment. Oh, guys, the white golf ball thing. Our range is now all yellow golf balls. So that white golf ball was on the mat before. I couldn't hit it out there because I'd get into trouble. That's why I'm not hitting the white golf ball. Boring, eh? You can see half of my left hand as I look down, thumbs on the right hand side of the grip, 1:30, hook it round, bring it up, take grip, awesome. Downwards, forwards and outwards. That was pretty technical. Ooh, that was pretty technical. Hope you got the hang of that. Using 3 pressure points to control the back of the golf club, or to apply the forces to the back of the golf club, is going to straighten up your face at impact. Club face alignment's a tricky one. This will help. Understand it, and also just put a little bit of effort in, eh? Come on, raise your game.